All right, let's talk about triangle geometry proofs. So in geometry, you reach a section where you're talking about congruent triangles, and one of the things that comes up super often is a drawing like this, where you have a triangle over here and a triangle over there, and perhaps you're trying to prove that those two triangles are congruent. Well, they're going to give you some information, but one of the things that you often have to provide yourself, excuse me, I'm still short of breath from a cold I had a month ago, so I don't know why I can't talk. So often you have to say that CA is congruent to CA. So this side of both triangles is shared by them, and so obviously it's congruent to itself, and that's called the reflexive property. What I've noticed in doing a ton of these little proofs in geometry is that happens so often. And so what I'm making this video for is to clue you into it. Be ready for it. It shouldn't come as a shock to you. So they're going to give you some information, but they probably won't give that to you. You're supposed to know that is congruent to itself by the reflexive property. So your statement would be that CA is congruent to CA. And your reason for that is the reflexive property. The reflexive property says that something is congruent to itself. All right, so that's one thing. Comes up a lot. Here's another situation. So I've seen this so many times in these little geometry proofs as well. So you have a picture that looks like this. And again, you're trying to prove this triangle is congruent to that triangle. And so they're going to give you some information. Like I said, they're going to give you a little bit of information. But one of the things that they never give you is this, that angle BAC is congruent to angle DCE. So I'm saying BCA, that angle, is congruent to DCE, angle DCE, that angle. So they're congruent, and the reason they're congruent is because of the vertical angle theorem. So you got to know that, all right? So they're going to give you some information, and you're going to have to use side, 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 or side, angle, or angle, side, angle, or HL, or one of those different ways of proving that two triangles are congruent. But this comes up a bunch. So this reflexive property and this vertical angle theorem. So that's what I'm trying to clue you into today. There's more to it. There's a whole lot more to say about it. But if you know those two things, it'll help. See you checking out from McDonald's.